have a very, very important thing to talk about today, and that's effective interpretation. And interpretation is critical for your performance, no matter if you're public speaking, acting, or singing. So we're going to talk about some of the basics of interpretation today. Now, it's important to understand about how your body works in a technical way for singing, public speaking, and acting. Very important. That's one of the great things about how I educate my private students, and what they say to me is I never knew what a diaphragm was, and I studied with a teacher for 2 years. I find that to be crazy, but that's a lot of what I hear. But I teach about how the body works as a natural thing to produce sound. Because when I wrote my book and changed my own voice, all I did was look at facts. I didn't listen to maybe a lot of what people were saying. I said, how does this body work best to produce powerful sound with good diction? Interpretation can be our guide to make the things in our body automatically function without kind of thinking about it. Let's see what this means. If you're laughing at something, how many times have you seen somebody laughing so hard that they were holding their gut, going back and forth, falling on the ground, sore? How many times has that happened to you? I hope a lot of times, because laughter is really cool. Very, very good for you, by the way. But did you think about falling down, kneeling over, holding your stomach? No, you didn't think about that at all. It happened naturally because you're being driven by the passion of the moment. How about when you're really upset with somebody? We get really good diction, don't we? Didn't I tell you how much I am ticked off with you? And we get great diction. And we all of a sudden our voice gets louder. Our body starts moving. We get in character. And what I'm saying is passion and that interpretation that we're trying to do drives us, makes our body do things that we wouldn't if we just had to think about, well, let's see, if I'm going to laugh, I better ha 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 ha. I better move my body this way. I better hold my gut. I better open my mouth. Or if I'm upset, I better get good. We don't think like that, do we? We react. We react. This is a good thing, because if we can connect interpretation, proper interpretation, with something that's real, then we will be real. People will interpret us as real. We will not be automatons, walking around and doing things like this on the stage. So here's a really, really good tip. This might be a little better for singers, but it's good for acting too, getting your scene right, and also for public speakers. Think of this. Think of two things. Here's two hints. I teach my students that look at your audience. Pretend you're on the stage, all alone, no music. Here's your lyrics. Here's your text. 1,000 people out there, and they're all deaf. They're all deaf. God bless you if you are actually deaf. And I mean no disrespect. But just think, how would you start talking if that was the truth? Because those people have to read your lips, right? They have to read your mannerisms. They have to read what you're doing. So if you think that way, all of a sudden your diction is going to get very, very clear. Isn't that true? Let's take a song, for instance. Most songs are written from some kind of emotional moment, wouldn't you say? About something, some very deep. Well, we need to grab onto that. When I had my singing group, the Capistrano Chorale, one thing I always told them through the season and dress rehearsal was just pretend. We have this great song. Pretend you were the composer. Pull the emotion in. Today's the first day that you've sung it. Where's that emotion? It's raw, whatever it may be. Oftentimes about love or some broken relationship or some dog that passed away or something. Pull that in. Internalize it. Dress rehearsals. I really pumped it at dress rehearsals. Get in character. You're the composer. How would you feel singing this song for the first time? And you know what? Guess what happened? All of a sudden, people started to get more emotional about it. Their diction started getting better, naturally. Did I have to bang on their heads now and then? Sure. It's hard to get 80 people to sing with clear diction, but I was able to accomplish that. Very, very proud of that, by the way, but that's very important. But this is one of the techniques I use. Instead of, okay, everybody be very clear, we got, okay, let's get in character. Let's be the composer. Let's do it that way. And guess what happened? The performance changed. So, next time you are preparing your text, your speech, your acting monologue, your song, back off for a little bit. Go back in history with this piece of art and look at it objectively when it was fresh. Because it was fresh in somebody's mind at some point. Go back there, pull that in, meditate, concentrate, pull it in. And I guarantee you, your performance will get more intense. People will respond to you because your energy will come out, your diction will change, everything about you will change. But please visit my website, vocaltrainingwarrior.com. Thank you for watching.